What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Jean-Jacques, and today we're taking a look at Tripp, the speedy rogue in Gigantic. I want to start off by saying that in Gigantic, there's no such thing as a cookie-cutter build. Builds should depend upon your enemies, your allies, the map you're playing on, and how the game is developing. Now, Tripp seems like a relatively simple one-trick pony character, but to play her efficiently, you need to know her abilities and limits, but also those of the enemy heroes, making her quite difficult to play. Knowing when to engage with Tripp is key. Let's say there's a team fight, never immediately dive in. Wait for the enemy to use major cooldowns and for them to be preoccupied with your allies. Then pick a prime target, such as healers or ranged DPS, and engage. If your engage fails, don't be afraid to just walk away or stealth away. Never get greedy and chase too far. Go back, wait for your cooldowns, and try again. Don't use all of your abilities trying to kill someone, and then have nothing to escape with. This will lead to a certain death because Tripp is a prime target for any team. So basically, pick your fights carefully and play patiently. Now, I play Tripp not just as an assassin, but also a disruptor and backcapper, meaning I will often try and kill enemy creatures in their territory. Tripp is exceptionally good at this. Not only do these creatures give 20 power, but it also causes confusion within the enemy team. They have to send somebody back to defend. Meanwhile, you just escape and quickly help out your team, maybe get a kill, and then go back and backcap again. This is incredibly annoying for a team to deal with. Now, if they upgraded their creatures, this becomes more difficult, of course, and you will need help from your team. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the build that I mostly use. After that, we'll check out some other upgrades that you can take and when you should. So with all of this in mind, let's go over the upgrades of my preferred build. These will not be in any order. If you want to find a build order, I'll leave a link in the description below. So let's start with Power Surge. This upgrade is great for prolonged fights, but also for doing more damage to enemy creatures when I'm backcapping, taking them down faster. With that in mind, I take Overload as the tier 2 choice, for more damage on enemy creatures. Full charge can be good as well if you can reliably hit jump and perform dodge attacks on players, but I like the prolonged buff that Overload gives me. On my right mouse button I take Marked for Death for more burst and either shattering or binding blades. If you find that enemies tend to get away from you, go for binding blades. Otherwise take shattering blades for a nice debuff which will result in more DPS. For my Q, I always take Heal Blade for some nice crit damage. The tier 2 depends upon the amount of ranged damage dealers the enemy team has and how good they are with their shots. I also really like the interrupting part of this ability, so I never go for light speed since I'll lose my kick. Now for Flash Dance I take Starburst. This is an amazing ability that can mess up an enemy team. You can dive in, get a pick on an enemy, then stealth, and because of the daze you'll always get away. It's great for disorienting enemies, and a well-timed Starburst can save an ally as well. The tier 2 choice is personal preference. Want to do more damage? Go for Electrical Storm. Want more crowd control? Take Disorienting Flash. The F upgrades are all good, but I tend to go for Killer Instinct because of the extra damage to enemy creatures. Like I said, I want to maximize my backcapping, and dealing more damage to enemies beneath 50% health adds to that. It's of course also a nice buff in team fights and duels. Then for tier 2 I take Will to Power, since it's more reliable buff than Remorseless, which is very situational. But I have to say that skirmishing into acrobatics is fantastic as well, since these will make you incredibly mobile. And that means you can escape easier, and that means no feeding. And then lastly we have the talent upgrade. Now Storm Rider and Back in a Flash are both amazing. I'm not a fan of Cutting Edge because really you're Tripp, you already do an amazing amount of damage. And I'm a big fan of cooldown reduction because Tripp needs to be able to escape because she's so squishy. So take either one, Storm Rider or Back in a Flash. Okay, so that's my build that I prefer. It has some great damage, crowd control and mobility. But let's look at some upgrades that offer a little more variety and options. The first one is Unseen Strike. This is an amazing upgrade, and probably chosen by more people than Power Surge. It's great for quickly taking down squishies or interrupting abilities, and it's packed with some nice CC and burst damage. For the tier 2 choice, I would recommend Arterial Route, especially when you're not that good with Tripp yet, since Assassin's Credo sounds amazing and it can be, but it takes a skilled Tripp to reliably make use of this ability during a match, and more often than not, you'll fail and then it's pretty much a wasted talent point. Arterial Route offers some nice bleeding damage, which you can buff even more if you take the talent upgrade Cutting Edge, which doubles your bleeding damage. I don't have much to say about Hidden Daggers. I think Marked for Death is just better, especially with the tier 2 choices for some CC or armor crack. I guess you could go Hidden Daggers when you never find an opening to go in and you just want to chuck daggers from range. Now for the Q, I always go for Healblade because I love the CC it brings. But Lightspeed can be good if you need better escaping mechanics. If you slide up against an enemy when you have the kick skill, you won't pass through them, or sometimes in clumped up fights this can be annoying and might make you unable to escape. Lightspeed offers this ability, since you will just pass through opponents and do some nice damage as well. So it offers more mobility, so take it when you find you die a lot due to not being able to get away. Storm Surge on your E can be good for, again, more mobility, and the tier 2 choices are pretty great. Flash Step can be used to get up on certain ledges where you normally can't go, so it's great for juking your enemies. In a Flash can be good when you find that you're constantly being CC'd, maybe the enemy team has a lot of AoE CC and you need a way to get out of that. Take in a Flash and poof, you're gone. So that's it, folks. I hope this helps some of you who want to improve their Tripp. Remember, be patient, choose your targets wisely, and always keep an escape ready for when you need it, since you're a squishy little assassin. Let me know what guide you would like to see next and what you thought about this video in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys.